swear I can't ever get none of these live streams to work the first time. But now I'm looking to hunt for a lighter so we can fix these fishing rod, or this fishing rod. I'll probably try and fix the other one after. If I have a small enough eyelet. Do we even have a lighter? I don't think we do. Actually. Hey, welcome to Outdoors with Rook. I'm trying to find a lighter right now so I can fix a fishing rod. Here, I can't see on top of the bridge. Is there any lighter up there? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where to look for a lighter. I don't think we actually have one, which that's not good because I need a lighter to fix this fishing rod. Never find a light at my house. Yeah, I seem to be able to find them every time except for when I need it. Well, maybe there's one in the garage. And that's the only other place. So I'm gonna go check the garage. I'm gonna need to fix this fishing rod for like 4 or 5 months. I think I only used it one time. Mine actually came broken. I didn't even know it. It's just missing an eyelet though. And the replacement eyelet kit was $10. So now we're gonna look in the toolbox. Why am I looking in the toolbox? I know it's not in the toolbox. If it's out here, it's gonna be over here. Uploaded a new vid today. I saw that. I was about to watch it, but I had a live stream to get to that. Didn't even work. Apparently, I was just replaying the audio, so I just had to start this new one. I have not seen that one yet. I saw it on YouTube, but I haven't got the chance to watch it. I don't think we have a lighter. So, and I don't think I can legally go buy a lighter. Because you have to be like 18 or 21, because, yeah. So, I guess we'll just put new line on one other rod and go from there. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this live, make sure everything's working good. Okay, looks like it is. Just mute the audio. At this point, when I don't have one of my lives open, it doesn't work. So we got that. We're gonna grab a chair and we're gonna spool up. Really? I didn't even bring the rod in here. My mind is in every place but the right one right now. Did I put this reel? Because I still have a reel that needs line that goes on the broken rod. And the rod is still usable because it's not like the tip eyelet that's broken. So it'll work. But I don't want to risk it. And I have everything I need to fix it, except for a lighter, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna go back in the garage and grab, or I guess out to the boat and grab this rod. I was gonna do the live on the boat like usual, but it is hot. There's no wind and there's no clouds. So I'm just gonna do it in the house now, in my room. At least I thought. Now I'm spending more time outside, going back and forth, getting all the stuff I should have brought in earlier. If no lighter. Let's see. That rod is over here. So I was about to grab it, and I didn't. I did take some braid in my room. Did I take everything I needed? I guess let me take my truck keys back in. Do this my earbud case or my power bank, and then I got more braid. So, yep, I'm assuming this reel is in my truck for whatever reason. I got no idea. But, yep, I guess we're gonna go in now. Hey, welcome back, Skeet Slayer. Just got back from fishing, caught a little guy, nice. There's a wall there. I have a rod. Making my way back into the house. Okay. Look at it, dog. Try and turn around, make this a little easier. Okay. We got a rod. Oh, just stuck it into the wall. This rod better be durable. Okay, now we can do something. We can spool up this reel. But we gotta. Dang it, I should have brought some mono in. Hey, welcome in, Rippin' Rods. Appreciate you for stopping by. So, we gotta put new line on this reel. It appears the live's still working. I don't have the audio on the live on my computer, so let me know how it sounds. Yeah, I don't got no mono. I'm not using a $25 spool of fluorocarbon. Is it bad? I think I got painter's tape in here somewhere. No, I got regular tape, which is terrible. Oh, come on, bro. I gotta go back outside. What the heck? That background is really good. I appreciate it. I figured it'd look better than the usual one. So I think that's where I'm going to start doing my lives inside and then do them on my phone. With the buck on the buck and the bass. Yes, sir. No. Okay, yeah. Let me fix that, Rippin' Rods. I went through and adjusted a bunch of stuff um, yesterday because I had to switch up the moderator parts because it has a negative effect on y'all when it comes to my channel in some situations. So I removed all the managing mods. So you were on there as a managing mod, and I decided not to add them back because it would be easier to wait till y'all came back and chat. There were also just some that I wasn't going to add back because I don't remember the last time I saw them in a live. So I removed all the managing mods because I'm the only managing mod. So I also figured out how to make it to where I can post links and chat without them getting blocked. So that's going to be nice when I do the StreamYard streams where anyone can hop in. Now, YouTube can't block that link. Okay. Actually, this probably isn't even mono, but it'll work. I got this 6-pound trout line that is kind of trash. So, where'd this reel go? Right here. We're spooling up the Cast King Mega Jaws. Got it on Abu Garcia Veritas, which is a super hard rod to. Okay. I never even showed anybody this hat that's in the background, but I went to the Bassmaster Classic and got it, and I got it signed by a whole bunch of people. I don't think I posted on FishBrain, so super cool hat. Got it signed by a whole bunch of pros, but now we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna just take this off, and so I can just take the line off. Is this because I didn't put any backing or anything on? This braid just slips around on the spool, and you don't want that happening because basically, what kind of fish are in your tank? I got 4 goldfish, 3 Cory catfish, and 1 pleco. And I also got a guppy that decided to survive. I feed my goldfish live guppies because I got another tank down there where I have just guppies and they breed like crazy. And so I'll just like throw a bunch of them in my goldfish tank and the goldfish eat them. But that one just randomly survived. It's the only one left. But now I think it's too big for any of them to eat. Yeah, it's definitely too big for any of them to eat. Apparently this line is all wrapped. I have two of these Mega Jaws spinning reels, and none of them have ever really... They haven't really had much use because... I can't ever... One of them goes on the broken rod, which was broken before I even got to use it. And this one, this is the only line I've ever put on it. And it's all messed up. So now I'm actually going to use it at my next tournament. I always need more spinning rods. You can never have too many spinning rods. Especially, like, when you get a spinning rod, or I guess really any rod, it kind of depends on what it is. As to what you... As to how it feels. So, like, not all medium fast spinning rods are the same. You know what? We can just leave this off, I guess. Leave this spool off while we take off this line. That might make it easier. That definitely makes it easier. But the Skeet Slayer says he has one. Has one what? An aquarium? But like this Alba Garcia Veritas is a medium moderate fast, but it's a super light one. Like it's has the reel. That's pretty cool. Not many people have this reel. It is a super underrated reel. This is a $70 reel, and let's see. I sold my $120 Revo X and replaced it with this $70 reel, and their prices should honestly be switched. This is an insane reel for $70. Dang, how heavy was that bass in the background? I don't know exactly. That one was probably, I'm gonna say probably 7 or 8 pounds. I think 8 pounds. It was in the 8-pound range. But and then the one right there, that was probably like a 5 or 6, the smaller one. I have a 20-gallon, I have a bluegill and a crawfish in there right now. Nice. I had one sunfish at one point that I rescued out of a drying up creek, but I ended up giving him to someone with a bigger tank. This one's a 55-gallon, but I know someone who had a 125, I think, and he had a bunch of native fish in it, so it made more sense for him to be in there. He'd have more space, and it'd just be overall a little more natural. Instead of hanging out in here with goldfish, which it was an orange-spotted sunfish, so he wasn't going to outgrow this tank, but when you take a fish out of the wild, he'll never be happier than he was in the wild, because you're not going to give him a new pond to live in. What reel is that? It is the Cast King Mega Jaws. Not the Mega Jaws Elite, just the regular Mega Jaws. But if there's an Elite version of this reel, I'll probably end up having it, which there is. And it's insane if it can get better than this, because I've never been more impressed with any reel in my life, more than I am with both the Mega Jaws bait casting and spinning reel. More so the spinning, but the Mega Jaws bait casting reel it's pretty sweet too for the price. Okay, we got all the line off, and we're gonna put the spool back on the reel so we can put line on it. How did you get into fishing? Well, hang on, let me get this back on here. And welcome in, by the way, Madeline. Appreciate you for stopping by. Let me attempt to get this on there. Okay, it's on. But my earliest fishing memory was from when I was 6, and we have a ranch uh, about an hour and 15 minutes away from me, and it was my first time ever going out there. And my dad got me out of school early on a Friday. We went and camped out there, and there's a river that runs through it. And we went catfishing that night. And that's when I remember catching my first fish. And just some channel cats, no big ones. I think like up to 2 pounds were the biggest. But all right, no more line on there. So now we're gonna put a new line on it. Shout out to Cast King for all the free braid. I went to the Bassmaster Classic. I got a bunch of free braid for wearing a Cast King shirt and a spool of fluorocarbon. Shout out to Hunter Dubs Fort Worth. Can I join? So I can't have people join this one because I didn't set it up like that earlier. So this one is not available for people to join. Gosh dang, I dropped that. Biodegradable spool too, which is interesting. This is just gray braid, so I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to look like on here. Get these scissors. How many pounds is that braid? It's 20. They're all 20, which is more than I usually use. I usually like to use 15, unless it's on my, like 15 on my, uh, like this one is like a wacky rig, Nico rig type setup, and same with the other one. Uh, and I usually use a 15-pound braid to a 15-pound leader, or I guess I usually use a 12-pound leader, but it kind of depends on which lake I'm going to. Like, I'm going to use a 12-pound leader for these ones. So, how many did you get? I got 3 spools of braid and 1 spool of fluorocarbon. And braid lasts forever because you don't have to change. I don't change braid out as much as I do fluorocarbon. Um, I might as well go through all the eyelets, but um, and then I guess yeah, braid just lasts a little longer. I change out the leader like every time I fish, but which is something else we're gonna do probably during this live. I might try to go fishing later this evening. Probably won't go live for that. I might, depending on whether or not. If I don't go with a buddy of mine, then probably won't go live. But if I go by myself, then I will go live. Maybe. I will probably be going live. Um, Tuesday and Wednesday, I think I'm definitely gonna go live. Not Thursday, but I have a tournament this weekend. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the backing on. It's fine, because I haven't started tying on yet, so we can go ahead and put the backing. Dropping things. Is that the Sage rod? It is not. It is an Abu Garcia Veritas. I do not have any of the Sage rods at the moment. I will eventually. I just don't right now. I do plan on getting one of the Cliff Crochet series rods though. For my, I guess it's a heavy flipping and frogging setup. Let me put this backing on real quick. Just to make sure the braid doesn't slip. hate that so much. Why don't you have one? Because I don't have the money for one. They're a little out of my price range, but let me. Okay, we got this tied up. You don't need that much, just enough to cover the spool. This also helps you save braid, because mono's a lot cheaper than braid, and you don't even have to get nice mono for this, just something to like be there. And this is mono that I don't like. I think it's mono. It might be a tripolymer. I like aquariums. Welcome in fishing and cooking with Jose. Aquariums are definitely cool. I've always been into keeping fish. I've been keeping fish longer than I've been fishing. I got my first fish when I was like 2. Or we called it my fish. What would you consider a trophy bass? It kind of depends on where you're at. Really? Gosh dang it. I hate tripolymer. It wants to go up in the reel all the time for some reason. But like in Texas, an 8-pounder is a trophy bass. Same with Florida. Like there are, like everyone's always like, what do you consider a trophy bass? But there's like actual trophy bass um, sizes for each state. Like Texas, a trophy bass is 8 pounds, and I believe it's the same for Florida. But like up north, it's not as big because they don't get as big on average up north. So, see, there it is. Yeah, I'd consider an 8-pounder a trophy bass in Texas. So I'm still trying to catch. That's the goal this summer. I got a lot of goals this summer. More so for YouTube, but definitely got something. Like right now, the Bassmaster tournament they're having on Lake Fork right now, the guy in 3rd place, his smallest fish is 7 pounds. Hate time leaders. Four, 5, 6, 7. Where would you try to break the state record in? Either OHIV, 3. Give me 1 second. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He said, where would you try to break the state record? My state record is Texas. Oh, that looked like a terrible knot. Holy smokes, that was awful. No way it stays. It just looks bad. Well, apparently it wasn't bad. Hey, welcome in Fishing and Hunting Outdoors. Appreciate you for stopping by. Trying to get this cut. Yeah, but like if you were to go to a state to try and break it, where would it be? It'd definitely be in Texas. Either Texas or California. So if you break the California state record, Texas, California, or Georgia. Because if you break it in either Georgia or California, it's probably going to be the new world record. And it's possible in Texas. But, like, okay, where'd the spool go? Okay, there we go. Okay, now where is the spool actually? Right there. That should be good. Do you know any good spots by South Padre Island? I do not. I've never been anywhere near that area. That's like a 7-hour drive for me. Okay, toss that there. Oh great, now we're wrapped around the power bank. What's the record in those states? Well, the world record was caught out of Georgia. Kind of. Technically, the world record was caught out of Japan, but they called it a tie. And I just hit the ceiling fan with my rod. Dude, what the heck? Okay, we're not done yet. How is this tangled so bad? Okay, we're good. But state record in Texas is, gosh dang it, I hate. Get over here. Go over there. Stay on the other side of those rocks. But I don't know what the state record is in California, but I know it's over 20. State record in Texas are, yeah, there's bass in Japan. Where like half of the greatest bass anglers in the world come from. They're technically an invasive species in Japan, but not many people actually do anything about it. Yeah, that's where like the toughest fishing in the world is in Japan. Okay, we gotta find a way to put this on like a pencil or something, because I can't get it to stay still. There's a mark. Hey, get away from the fishing line. Where'd it go? Right here? Yeah, Texas is 18.18 pounds for the state record. Okay, now we're gonna have to cut it with a knife. Georgia's Japan broke the world record in Japan was broke by like less than an ounce. So it doesn't so they and there's rules for that, so they technically had to say it tied. So there is still a world record in Japan and Georgia. So binding knot do you tie? Like to tie it onto the spool? Or like a leader knot? Oh yeah, we're gonna stick this in the drawer. Never mind, the drawer's not big enough. Let's go to a different drawer. This drawer ought to work. Keep it like that. Leader. I tie an Alberto knot. I just watched a video about it now. I just watched a video about it though, and the FG knot is by far the best leader knot. Okay, I'm gonna turn you like this, because this is where I'm gonna stand to get this line on the rear. I am a big casting guy, but this rod specifically, this is my favorite rod that I own. It's an awesome rod. This line is on there pretty tight. Like a uni to uni. I mean, it's just called the Alberto knot. Cool room. I appreciate it. We got it's pretty fishing themed. There we go. Now we're going a little more smooth. This is like this might be my favorite rod and reel combo. I just don't get to use it all that often because I keep putting the line on wrong. But I should be able to use it now. The dog is running around, wants to chase the fishing line. He usually gets to chase it. We're making our way to 1,000 subscribers. What's your dog's name? His name is Benjamin. I see that. That frame in the wall. Yeah, like that trout one. Yeah. I don't really do much trout fishing. We definitely don't have any of those kinds of trout, which I believe that's a brook trout. It's either a brook or a brown. Pretty sure it's a brook trout. That should be enough. Yeah, I like the way that braid looks on there. That gray's a nice color. I'm curious to see how this Cast Pro braid does. I've never used this one from Cast King. I usually tend to use the Color Shield. But, yeah, just got some 20-pound Cast Pro. Got a few spools of that from them, so that's what I'm going to be using. Let me cut this. Then we're going to put on some of the P-Line Tactical Fluorocarbon in 12-pound. I like to go as light as possible. Yeah, is he a French Bulldog? Hey, welcome in, Bass Whoopin'. Appreciate you for stopping by. I'm reading chat over on my computer right now, so I'm standing right here. But he is a Boston Terrier. Okay, now we got to tie on a leader, which is never fun, ever. Tying a leader will never be fun, especially if you do the FG knot. That's even more miserable. That's why I don't do it. Which I also did just figure out about it last night, but it is way more complicated than this knot. So we're gonna get this rigged up. Which the FG knot makes it to where you're not losing. It's the strongest leader knot. So like with this knot, the knot's probably gonna break before my line does if there's no like kinks or nicks or anything, because it's just not as strong as the line. But like with the FG knot, your line's gonna break before the knot will. So I gotta figure out the FG knot, but it's just not something I'm going to do right now. Ooh, come on. 3. It takes so long to tie the leader. Yeah, it's super annoying. Could do. Wait, oh, he just removed it. Okay. I think I lost count of how many I've done. Let's see if I can count. We've got. No, we're just gonna start over. I wish I could just put straight fluorocarbon on my spinning reels. I don't even care how much it would ask for. Where is your bass trophy? Which bass trophy? Just like the one from the tournament that I won? Creed, you need to come down. Luke live and we can go fishing. Maybe someday. But I'm also only 16 and do not have the money for that gas. From the one from February. Give me 1 second to tie this and I'll show you all. Or I guess more like a lot of seconds. This is so annoying. I'm gonna sit back down in the chair. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in when I'm tying these leaders. Turn y'all back this way. Or I guess I can show you right now, just with the camera. They're up there. Don't mind the random elf. I don't know who put that up there, but I got 2 trophies and there's my check. I'll pay for your gas. Well, I mean, I might have to take you up on that offer. It would be like $300 though, at least. So if you're willing to do that, maybe I'll make the drive. One, gosh dang it. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're at 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're at 5. 6, 7. Alright. I gotta go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think we did it. Now for the moment of truth. We're gonna see if we actually did it. Let's see if it cinches down. It's not looking good. What has happened? Oh, maybe we did it right. Should make an open chat room soon. You should come to Florida. I'll probably be in Florida eventually. Florida's a place that just I need to visit at some point in time. A lot of fish in Florida for me to catch. Okay, looks like I did it, and that leader knot looks beautiful. So, let's go. I'm happy. It's a miracle. I did it first try. Kind of. I guess it kind of was first try. But you should do an open chat room soon. I might. We'll see. I don't know how many. Because those lives don't tend to do super good, and so I can't. I don't do them too often anymore because they just don't do very good. But maybe if I did like another one while I'm fishing, that might help get some extra content in. Just to give people a reason to stick around and watch us fish. But I'll definitely be doing another one of those lives where I bring in some bait makers. Okay, gotta make sure that fluorocarbon end is cut down pretty good. Okay, we're good. The tarpon and the peacock bass are unreal here. Yeah, I definitely want to come down there specifically for tarpon. Tarpon and snook. Okay, where are we going to put this? You know what, we'll just put it in drawer again. Okay, we got to move the sticker thing. Okay, let me turn y'all. This isn't going to take as long because you don't want to put that much of a leader on there. I'm just waiting to, okay, there's the knot. We do that much and we're good. I don't actually have a hook to tie on here at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that sitting right there. The end hanging down. Yeah, they fight so well. Can I get a close-up on the reel? Yeah, give me 1 second to get this all put back up. I need to find the other one. I guess it's in my truck, so we're going to have to walk out to my truck. Because I have another reel. I have the exact same reel that also I'm trying to put more line on. So I'm gonna walk out and grab it once I get this put back on here. Okay, we'll put that right there. Yeah, there's not enough on that spool for another reel. And now, let me unlock the truck, and we'll walk out there and see if I can find the other one. Because I need to put line on it too. This doesn't technically need new line, because it's had the same line since I bought it and I haven't used it. But that line's been on there too long for what I want. Might put a little laggy for a second. Set y'all right here since I'm gonna go walk out to the truck. Set y'all right here, otherwise it'll lag completely. Okay, I lied. The reel's not out there. Out here somewhere in the boat. Got 4 people watching, 9 thumbs up. I appreciate it. If we get this stream to 20 likes, I'll give away some stickers. Is it in the garage? I don't think it would be. I don't know why it would be in the garage. I guess it could possibly be in my tackle bag. Again, I don't know why it would be there. But it's not, so it don't matter. I have no idea where this reel went. I put it somewhere in the boat. Had to have. We'll put y'all up here while I look for it. As I gotta find this reel. Put this up. Reel's not down there, is it? Should be. It really shouldn't. Oh, put it down. No, You know what? I don't know where it's at. Okay. We have to hunt again for it. It's the only explanation. I think one of my earbuds. Oh, or it just came back on. I have no idea. Nope. Let's take it off completely. I don't need one in my room. It must be in my room. I'm pretty positive I took it in my room. I just gotta find it. So I think I'm gonna just take these earbuds off. That'll improve the audio quality too. I don't have anything I need to be hearing anyways. So let's set y'all up right there. Take these earbuds off. That should change up the quality some. It's gonna sound a little different. Now I gotta find this reel. It's not in there. I brought a bunch of stuff in. I thought it was in this box, but it's not. So I don't know where the heck it's at. Probably gonna have to look at it. Look for it some other time, I guess. Because I honestly have no idea where it went. It's super frustrating. When are we going fishing? Not today. Probably not gonna be doing any fishing today. But I guess I'll go ahead and give you a close up of this reel. Oh shoot, mine's all falling through. Stop it. Let me get it all reeled down in here. Hooked up. This one's got a lot of memory. Stop it. Okay, that's a good thing to know about this one. It's got a lot of memory. Hey, welcome in, Tiger Tackle Co. Appreciate you for stopping by. Okay. We're almost there. Let me get this hooked on here so I'm not tying anything on it right now. Okay, well, here's a close-up of the reel. I'm not sure exactly what you're wanting to see. It looks terrible on camera, but the color looks pretty sweet in person. Have you ever caught a grass carp? If so, do you have any tips? I've never caught a grass carp, but I know people tend to use bread a lot, and then a lot of people catch them just the same way you catch common carp, just with corn. So we don't have grass carp around here, so I've never got the chance to fish for them. I got no idea where this reel is. Check out this reel. It's not a Cast King. It's an Abu Garcia Jordan Lee reel. I got the combo for free. The rod also, one of the eyelets broke. I'm gonna try and fix it eventually, but I don't have a lighter, so now I can't fix any of these. I got 3 rods that need new eyelets. I got a whole bunch of eyelets right here, but I gotta have a lighter to fix it. But I kind of retired this reel because it's not Cast King and the rod broke, so I don't really have any other use for it. But I've caught a bunch of big fish on this reel, so I thought about bringing it out of retirement. Maybe for the state tournament. Do you want to sell it? I'll buy it. I'm not gonna sell this one. I was thinking about selling this other one right here. This and the rod, or maybe just the reel. Selling rods is hard because it costs like $60 to ship a rod. But I was thinking about selling this one. This is an Abu Garcia Vengeance, which is, I got it. It's like a $20 or $30 reel. I was thinking about selling it for like $10, so I only used it like 5 times, and it still works just fine. And honestly, for the price, it's an awesome reel. I know Cast King's got one in a similar price range, but I doubt it's as good as this one. But I'm gonna try that Cast King one eventually, but I might give the rod to my dad, or if he doesn't want it, then I'll just sell it on Facebook Marketplace. But it's an Abu Garcia Vengeance. It's just a cheap little bait caster that I was gonna do a real review on because of how cheap it was, but I ended up just not, because I don't know. I've tried to make several review videos. Like I tried to make one for the Mega Jaws. I tried to make one for the Varus reel. That just never works out. I usually forget about it because a review video, like, you don't just sit down and talk about it. It's not gonna work. Like, no one wants to watch that. I like to like use it for a while and have footage of me using it and then make a review video on it. Like y'all seen some of y'all might have seen my one review video. It was on this combo, and it did pretty good. The video did, but it was on this. This is a different combo. This is a Walmart exclusive, and uh, I got it on clearance for $41 for the combo, and there were a lot of places selling it for cheaper. And I'd used it for a month. I had a lot of footage of me using it, so I ended up just being able to put a review video together for it, and it did pretty well. So that kind of made me want to make more review videos, but I just never made it happen. And I thought about trying to do more, like just buying super cheap combos and making review videos, uh, because that gets views. Like a lot of people, they're gonna, if you're buying like a super cheap combo, then a lot of people are gonna look it up first because, I mean, it can get a little iffy when you buy a super cheap combo. Like a bait casting combo for $40 is insane. And then there were some places you could get it for like 20. So, no, that would make me a little nervous. It'd make you think it's super trash, but that's a super solid combo. Like it's a $75 combo, like original price. So now it's like $75. Um, but I don't think I think there's better options for $75 that you can kind of put together yourself. Like especially at Academy, there's some better options, but it's definitely a solid combo, like especially for $40. Have you used the spinning Centron? I've used the Centron reel. I have the 4,000 size for a budget catfish combo that I tried to make a video on like 5 times and still couldn't catch a catfish. But it's definitely a solid reel, especially for the price. I'm not a huge fan of the handles, um, especially for a 4,000 size reel. Like you want a bigger handle you can hold on to, but it's pretty small. Um, that would be my only complaint would be just the handle. It feels a little cheap, but you can buy new handles for like five or $7. Or honestly, I would probably, if you're just using it for like bass and you get like a 2,000 size, I would just get like those rubber things you can put over it. That would make it feel a little nicer. Other than that, it's not fully plastic like most reels of that price. It's the bail is made out of metal. It's a super solid reel for that price. I definitely recommend it. Can you do the sticker giveaway now? I said it 20 likes. We still got 9 more to go. But I'm gonna clean up this braid because now I just got 3 all over the floor. I know there's also the Brutus is from Cast King, which I think is it's about the same price, but it's a little bit cheaper. I don't know like anything about it. It seems to have super good reviews too, but I don't know. I definitely prefer the Centron. Just looks better, um, so I prefer the Centron. But I'm probably gonna end up using them all at some point because I wanna. Those I'll probably end up doing a review video on. At some point in time, I'm gonna try at least like a short, but I don't really have any income at the moment. So make sure to like and subscribe and stick around so I can hit the watch hours so I can start making money off of this. But if I make it to the state tournament, um, I'll take this reel out of retirement. I caught I guess now my third biggest bass was on this reel. My biggest fish ever, which was a 14-pound blue catfish, was on this reel. Um, I've caught a lot of good fish on this reel. I used this reel in one of my best tournament finishes, like my first year, the best tournament I had. Um, I used this reel and caught a fish on it. So overall, I've had a lot of luck with this reel. I just don't have any way to use it right now. So, what type is it? It's an Abu Garcia Jordan Lee. Um, I think they still sell this combo. I don't know. They might have discontinued it, but I got it for free. I got the combo for free. The rod is now missing an eyelet for some reason. Actually, it might be missing 2 eyelets, but if I can get a lighter, then I can fix it. But
Yeah, I'll bring the whole combo out of retirement if I make it to state, which I'm feeling pretty confident about it. The regional tournament is on Saturday. We went practicing for it yesterday. It didn't. We pre-fished for it yesterday. It didn't go great. I found some fish, so I'm feeling a little better. All I have to do is catch 5, and I'll 100% make it. I heard the Jordan Lee is good. It is definitely solid, especially this one. I feel like this one gets a lot of hate for some reason. I know it's definitely not the best looking, but I really like this combo. Like the rod and reel, they pair perfectly together. Um, and there's also this rod. This is the Abu Garcia Jordan Lee. It's a different rod. Um, this is an awesome rod too. I got this one, um, which I just need to replace an eyelet on because I think they sent it broken. And then I also use it as my deeper diving crankbait, which I got second place in a tournament on that rod. Um, I got them both for like $50 because they discontinued them. I think they're back up to $100 on um, Tackle Warehouse now, but they might be cheaper. I know they were like $60 on the Abu Garcia website, but I think they might have sold out. So you can check Tackle Warehouse. It's a great rod for the price. Um, so you can't really go wrong with that rod. Yeah, at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking at this point. What was that noise? I'll be right back. I don't know what that noise was. I remember I said that the Jordan. Yeah, it definitely was at one point. Um, Honestly, it might. I think I like the Veritas more. Which, from an original price standpoint, they're the same price, and so I definitely like the Veritas more. It's just overall, the quality feels amazing. So, um, at the moment, Abu Garcia makes my favorite rods. Uh, but I'm starting to have more of a relationship with Cast King, so I'm starting to get more of their stuff, at least when it comes to rods, because I've always been getting their reels. But just snapped it. I did just snap an Abu Garcia rod in half, so I'm going to be replacing that with the Cliff Crochet Cast King bait casting rod because that one was made for like frogging and stuff, and to go with the deadbolt, which is what I'd be putting on it. So that one I just feel a little more comfortable getting. Have you used any carbon fiber rods? Yeah, that's what the Veritas is. I think that's my only one. Yeah, I think that's the only one I have. And I had some Academy brand ones from they're like super old that were carbon fiber, and they felt pretty nice. But I sold those ones because I wasn't gonna use it. How did it break? I was using a frog. I missed a fish, and it flew into a tree, and I went to yank it out one time, and just broke in half. Which that is the Abu Garcia Vendetta. It's a $90 rod, but I got it on clearance for $30 at Walmart. So I didn't take like a huge loss, but it definitely would have been useful to have. Because right now I'm trying to sell my Duckett Jacob Wheeler series rod. So that was my that was a heavy moderate fast, and that Vendetta is a heavy fast, and I was using the Vendetta in place of that um, the Duckett rod because I just didn't like the way the Duckett rod felt, and the Vendetta felt better, but then I broke it in half. So I had to whip out the Duckett rod again this weekend. Um, I'm hoping to sell it soon, but it's like I can't sell it. I have to stick to Facebook Marketplace because um, unless someone wants to pay like $100 to ship that one, because that's 7'6" and it's not even a 2-piece. So they have to be paying like an extra $100 to ship it. I know no one's gonna do that because that rod's discontinued and the newer ones aren't even worth that much. So um, I don't know. It just feels super heavy. I don't like it. What is the worst rod you have used besides the flipping stick you told me about? I don't really know. I've never really used a rod that I hated. I've had some reels that I really didn't like, but I've never really had any rods. Probably just that Ducket. I really didn't like that one. It's not very sensitive and it's just too heavy. So, other than that, I've never really had a rod I didn't like. I'm not a huge fan of the Berkley Cherry Wood, just because of the size, the length of the handle, and then also all it says on it was medium heavy, and it's like a medium heavy moderate, and it didn't say that on there, but I did end up selling that one. So like that American something, right? Yeah, the American Hero reel is absolutely terrible. I absolutely hate that reel with like all the fiber in my being. That is my least favorite reel on the face of the earth. I have it like I have it somewhere up here with no handle on it. So I was just like taking it apart and kind of like switching around wheels, reel handles and stuff. But yeah, I don't know where it's at. I hate that reel. When the thumb bar didn't go down. Yeah, and that wasn't even just something on my reel. Like I know Lane Davies, he had a lot of issues with that too, and he even hooked himself in the back of the head. He told me whenever that happened. So I do still have the Jordan Lee, or not the Jordan Lee, the American Hero rod, which I just don't have a use for. It says it's a medium heavy fast, but it's kind of, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a fast. I think it's more of a moderate fast, but it feels more like in between a moderate fast and a fast. I don't know what that means, but um, I don't know. I think my dad will probably get some use out of it, and I can sell this reel. Have you ever hooked yourself really bad? I have not, thankfully. I've never hooked myself that bad. Um, I might have prevented some of that from happening by not using the American Hero. But yeah, the rod's not bad, but the reel's terrible. They remade it and it's still bad. It still has the same issue because I was messing with it in Academy. It still has the same issue. The quality is terrible too. It's even worse on the newer ones. It just feels super cheap. So like, if you're going for a reel under $100, Cast King or Abu Garcia is going to be the best option. Like Abu Garcia has good reels under $100, um, but they just feel cheap. That's the difference with Cast King is they're better quality for under $100 compared to anyone else. So like they're like some of their reels under $100 are better than $120 Abu Garcia reels. I've used the Abu Garcia Xenon, which is like a $350 reel. I don't even like that one. I'd I'd take any of the reels I own over that one. It just the quality's not there for $350. That feels a lot like the SLX, which the SLX isn't bad for $100, but the internal brakes are garbage. I hate it. It's not the braking system is bad, but it's a waste of time. Can't be opening that thing up all the time. Okay, I gotta probably start doing other stuff now. Not really, because I just put new line on all my other reels that needed it, so I don't really know what else to. I don't really have much else to do because I also can't fix these rods now. So, I don't know. I guess I might just chill and hang out. I don't know. Y'all want me to keep the stream going, or let's do like a live fish feeding. I'm gonna give them one of these freeze-dried treat things. I'm gonna get you over these rods. We'll shrink it on down. Flip it. Put that right there. Oh, I didn't like that. Facing the tank. We're gonna give them some of these. You kind of just stick them on the glass. I guess y'all are about to watch me do it. And then they kind of just come up and eat it. It's just a little cube of just freeze-dried stuff. It's just good for a treat. They all come up here, nip my fingers, and wait for me to move, and then they start eating it. There they go. Try and zoom in on it. and then they stopped eating it. They all got a mouthful now. Yep, then the guppy eats it too. Then we got like the catfish and the pleco down there, but those guys, and he's chasing them. Those two over there, which they don't eat it though, because they won't go up to the top. Now, let me push it back on. Oh, I just pushed a whole bunch of juices out. But I think I'm going to end it here. I don't really have anything else to do, because now I can't fix these rods, but I'll definitely be going live later this week, just preparing for the tournament, because I'm not going to wait forever like I did last time. So I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I'm gonna head out. So yep, appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.